Farms have been buried beneath flood waters, livelihoods destroyed, food supply compromised. An international route has just been washed up by the flood. Frustration on the faces of pedestrians. All farming and transportation activities comes to a halt.
The water can go take our tools, everything go. Some people they die inside the water.
Every year you used to come, but not this time.
That they have opened the Volcano Dam.
If there's no emergency, nobody should attempt, traveling.
But what causes these floods? This is the Bagri Dam, a dam which began construction in 1989 and completed in 1992 at a cost of 67 million CFA from the World Bank. It has a total capacity of 7 billion cubic meters of water with a maximum length of 400 kilometers. It covers a whooping area of 400 kilometers long and 19 kilometers wide and has 40,000 to 80,000 hectares of arable land. The dam serves both agricultural and electricity purposes. But what makes this dam detrimental to the people of northern Ghana? To understand this, one has to look at the geographical layout of the dam within the West African sub-region. The dam runs through the village of Bagri to the White Volta, which runs through Ghana. The Bagri Dam has a water holding capacity of 235 meters, beyond which extra water must be let out. Due to the increase in rains over the years since 2007, possibly resulting from the effects of climate change, the dam has always received more water that threatens to exceed its capacity, thereby compelling its managers to spill excess water to avoid it breaking its banks. The excess water usually finds its way into the neighboring countries like Ghana, which is mostly the hard-hit country among all the countries that the river passes through. The authorities of the dam, mostly in Burkina Faso, send distress messages about potential spillage to their Ghanaian counterparts. This year, 2020, the message came on the 10th of August, which was 3 weeks earlier than the usual date that the message is most often received. It is, however, worth noting that the peak month of the water was in September 2020 when lives and properties were lost. The affected regions include Northern Region, Savannah Region, Northeast Region, Upper East Region, and the Upper West Region. The Kubori Bridge was, however, not spared as it was washed away by the gushing floods, thereby bringing activities to a halt. A lot of farmlands have been submerged.
That zinc was looking is farmhouse that. Water come and clear that all. All this place going is water, is a means. Look how it is.
But if you see all here going to happen, the place that you see all with the farm. And every year, when we farm, the water will come and take everything. We are spending a lot of money here. We are suffering. You see the place that they top here, all that place is farm. Even not our farm alone itself. Some of us, they do that, we are fishermen, but the water can go take our tools, everything go. Every human being save life, not easy. Some people, they die inside the water.
This is Hamdalatu, a resident in the North Gonja district. She lost her house to the floods. She and her kids had to be conveyed out of their house on a canoe. But has the situation always been like this?
Every year you used to come, but not this time.
Every year it has been doing, but not like this.
Every year, but we don't know next year what will happen. Maybe next year will more than this. We don't know.
The situation is so severe that many farmers have lost their farms whilst others risk their lives to salvage the little they can get from the farms. An amateur footage captured by farmers themselves in the Lingbinsi community resonates the true extent of damage caused by the flood, as they can be seen in the video struggling to salvage the little they can get. In situations like this, the number one institution that comes to the aid of the people is NADMO. How has NADMO been at the forefront of affairs?
NADMO, they came around this area. They came and surveyed the place, but they did not say anything about it.
Even this year, even one NADMO no come ask us what is going on in this area. And if you see plenty farms there.
NADMO people came and wrote our names and go, take us pictures and go. But up to now, we didn't hear anything from them.
Bakuchena ingwake ba nne halemante shana juna ga yuma katarhe bechena ko gwa ne ba ntenga de donné so gargete.
Asamani Jerry is the NADMO coordinator for the Upper East region.
In terms of crops, we have acreage. We cannot really, because it's still counted. We cannot tell you the quantity of acreage of lands that have been affected until the water recedes. And then when the water recedes, now we physically go down there in collaboration with MOFA, that is the Ministry of Agri, and then the Ministry of Health, to be able to determine, the health sector comes in to determine the effects the flooding has done in terms of diseases.
Why has this situation remained this way for all this while? To understand this, one has to revisit the least told parts of the history surrounding the construction of the dam. In the late 1980s, Burkina Faso indicated its intention to construct a dam for the purpose of irrigation and generation of electricity. The country eventually built the Bagri Hydro Dam in 1992 on the White Volta Basin of the Volta Basin, without any consultation with Ghana, which is downstream of Burkina Faso. Reports suggest that the project also included the dredging of the White Volta. Transboundary water resource management has been non-existent within the basin until recently in 2007, when the Volta Basin states signed and subsequently ratified a convention, the purpose of which is to promote social and economic growth within the region to effectively manage the Volta River and its tributaries. This instrument was the first and most important step in creating a cooperative effort for the basin's water resource management. Unfortunately, the treaty is severely lacking in many of its substantive and procedural obligations. A series of memoranda of understanding has existed between countries through the initiative of the World Bank. The most profound is the one which requires a country proposing to execute any project which will regulate, obstruct, or otherwise change flow must notify co-riparian states of its intentions so that each state may consider whether it wishes to lodge an objection. This problem is further exacerbated by the fact that Ghana also failed to implement the 50-meter buffer zone policy, which was to keep farmers away from farming along the riverbed. But what has been Ghana government's proposed solution to this problem in recent times?
When that dam is complete, our problem of flooding would be at least minimized.
In all of this, there has always been flood in most of these areas, so to change the narrative and only blame the Bagri Dam would not entirely be fair. We also asked the farmers what they think can be done to mitigate this problem.
The government agencies to come to our aid and help us. If anybody or any NGOs can come to our aid and get a solution for this problem, we are happy to that.
Ghana government, you too, don't sit. Get up and do something and help Ghana. How Togo president government get up and do nu, as he say, he help them. This hungry no day that like that. So we need Ghana government to get up, and we are begging. We are begging him. We are begging. He will get up and help us.
Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana, PFAG, is worried about the situation and government's lack of agency to deal with it. Charles Kowe Nyaba is the head of programs and advocacy at PFAG. He expresses concerns of peasant farmers about their situation.
Little has been done since 2019. So we are worried that if we don't speed up work in 2021, similar problems are likely to be encountered. So we are recommending and appealing to the Republic of Ghana to rather consider construction more smaller dams along the valleys of the White Volta Basin. With that, we can continue to harvest the water through those dams for farmers along that area to use to produce, whilst the surplus water left will then run into Palgo Dam. So when we do that, we are addressing the problem. But that too is not still enough. We still pray with the government to enforce the 50 meters buffer zone of settlement. If you even construct the dams and people still go to produce, to do economic activities along immediate bankment of the rivers, we are likely to still experience some of these problems.
The evidence of devastation is there for everyone to see. The major questions which remains unanswered are: for how long will farmers continue to suffer? For how long shall we continue to lose lives to these floods? The farmers and the people of Ghana are calling for answers to these questions.